Up right now from the Pepsi of Central Virginia studios. It's Live and Local on 92.3 WXRK-LP Charlottesville. The show where area musicians come to talk and play. Supported by listeners like you and Crutchfield Electronics, 29 North at Gardens Boulevard in Charlottesville and at crutchfield.com. Now, here's your host, Eric Law.
Hi, I'm your host, Eric Law, for Live and Local, joined in the studio tonight by the members of Tarrare. I'm joined by Tristan and Mathes, short one member, but thank you guys for coming on out tonight.
Yeah, no problem. It's an honor to be here.
Thanks for having us.
And special thanks to Lucian, who couldn't join us.
Pour one for the homie.
Yeah, pour one out for the homie.
Yeah, he's dealing with COVID right now.
Well, we definitely wish him the best COVID he could have. Yeah. So, Lucian, if you're listening, make sure you get lots of bed rest.
Love you, baby.
But yeah, so you guys have been hard at work. We'll get into that in a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you want to introduce yourself, just let us know what you play and a little about yourself.
Mathes, you want to go first?
Yeah, sure. So I play the drums in the band. I've been playing drums since I was about 3 or 4. My father's a drummer, so I was fortunate enough to always have, drums and guitars and stuff laying around the house. And my mom and the rest of my family was always cool with it. So did band in school growing up. Once I got out of high school, started playing with a couple bands, and then 2 years ago, kind of by a weird indirect coincidence, met Tristan, and that's how that whole thing started.
Then enter Tristan.
I started with piano when I was a wee lad. I just didn't think I was cool enough playing the piano, so I switched to guitar when I was about 16. And then I started the band after being in, I think, 4 different ones before then. And then around when I was 20, I made Tarrare. Now we're here out of the freak coincidence that created Tarrare.
Thanks. Well, yeah, I have to ask for the name. Any backstory for that?
Tarrare is the name of a man who had a eating disorder, and it was a equal parts eating disorder and mental illness where he had to eat in order to not feel like horrible pain in his gut. And so his parents kicked him out when he was about 15, and then he joined the circus, and then he just ate crazy things like there's an account where he ate 4 cartons of eggs. Oh. And and he ate all 4 of them at once, and then he ate a live cat and like other really horrible morbid stuff. And then he felt like his life needed a different purpose. Maybe that was why he was so horribly afflicted, and he joined the French military. And this was during the Napoleonic War. So
what a time to join the French military.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So it was either the Franco-Prussian War or the Napoleonic War. I can't remember. But he ate too much to be a frontline soldier. So they said, well, what are we going to do with this guy? So they made him a spy, and they made him eat a box. And they sent him to the German lines, and they made him go to a French prisoner of war to give him a message. And he got captured, he got tortured, and then the Germans set him free after they were like, wow, this is like seriously freaking nature. So he went back to the French army, and the French army was like, okay, you're useless, so we're going to do test stuff on you. So they sent him to a hospital, and they did horrible experiments on him and gave him even more psychosis and made his eating habits even worse by making him kind of a monster by trying to see how much he could actually eat.
So fast forward 200 years, and now we're shining some light on somebody that probably was kind of swept under the rug. For the sake of some good music, at least.
Wasn't he exiled from France?
I don't think he was. He died in the hospital because he ate a baby, which is what made him famous.
Jeez.
But pretty morbid. But the moral of the name is it's a reflection on how our society consumes itself, consumes other things. Also, Tarrare was a complete loner. People didn't really understand him. He's kind of a person that was neglected, and he turned into this monster because he was neglected. And I think a lot of what Tarrare wants to do is our message is you're not neglected. We're here for you because we're also very lonely, kind of messed up people. We're here for you because we don't belong anywhere. We're kind of an outlier.
Well, with you guys working on some music, do you have any songs you feel like kind of encapsulate some of that?
Vore is the societal aspect. Vore is a song about people that have erotic cannibalism, but it's more so looking at how people will try and consume anything, like media, consume video games, consume drugs, just buying stuff, just rapidly buying stuff, and how it afflicts someone. Even though they're trying to fill a hole in their soul, they can't really do that.
You guys want to play that one for us?
Yeah,
definitely.
Well, let's give it a listen. It's Tarrare with Vore here on Rock Hits 92.3, live and local.
Like a whore, give me more, give me more. I'm suffocating in mortal sin, right within, suffocating. Yeah. Triumphal and mad, total greed for condition. Trifle and mad, lots of love for me. I feel voice will, gluttony for possession. Am I really happy here? Or will I die? Oh my, by my way, out of suffering, feel my pain. Yeah. Vore, like a whore, fill your drawer with every glittin' glam for your fans. Stand on hands, defecating. Yeah. Trifle and mad, mortal greed for condition. Trifle and mad, loss of love for me. I feel voices, gluttony for possession. Am I really happy here? Or will I die? Oh my way, out of suffering, feel my pain. Yeah. Trifle and mad, mortal
That's Tarrare, live here in the studio on Rock Hits 92.3, live and local. I'm your host, Eric Law, joined by Tristan and Mathes of Tarrare. And you just heard Vore. You guys want to play another one for us? Maybe kind of give us a little insight into one of your tracks?
Yeah, sure. When do you want to play, Mathes?
Carl.
Cool. So Carl is a song about a kid who is very alone, and he hates how much people hate him, and he thinks violent thoughts, and he thinks that maybe joining the military is the place for him because he just thinks about violence all day. And he joins the military, and it doesn't work out for him.
Well, shocker.
Yeah, shocker. Yeah, right. But this one is for people that join the military for the wrong reasons. And this is also for my dad, who was also in the military, and he loves this song. So
let's give it a listen. It's Tarrare with Carl here on Rock Hits 92.3, live and local.
Thought Carl was stupid. He never had the time. They never wanted to love him. They hated him for his crimes. He dreamed of killing the people that kept him from killing his dad. Dreamed of the blood on the whiteboard. He hated his life, it was sad. Whoa, Carl was an now. He had nowhere to go. He had dreams of violence. So Carl went and joined the Corps. He is lonelier than ever. Often cried in his bed. Was he so repulsive? Or was it something he said? Whoa, Carl was an angry boy. Basic. At this point he had some friends, big old boys just like him, wanting to kill some men. Carl made it to Baghdad, and they were ready to go. But a drive down Highway Irish, and IED gave him the ghost. Whoa, Carl was an angry boy. Out of his head, he was the only one to make it and drink every day to his friends. Whoa, cause an angry boy, cause an angry boy, yeah, cause an angry boy, cause an angry boy.
That's Tarrare live in the studio with Carl here on Rock Hits 92.3 live and local. I'm your host, Eric Law, joined by Tristan and Mathes. And you guys have been working on some recording?
Yeah, we've been working with a guy called Ryan Warren. He's a freaking fabulous man living out in Richmond. And he does a really, really great job at bringing our songs to life, and he's really fun to work with and really easygoing. So we really like working with him. You want to talk a little more on that, Mathes?
Yeah. So we went in knowing that we were going to do just an EP to start.
The Wholesome EP.
The Wholesome EP. So it's 6 songs, and all the songs were already written and arranged by the time that we went in. For this first endeavor, we were still trying to figure out kind of the order that we wanted to do everything, because we layered everything. You know, we were trying to figure out, did we want to do drums first, guitar first, vocals first, whatever. And we kind of did a little bit of everything and kind of learned as we went. And it ended up being a really big learning experience moving on. We have a much better idea of kind of how we want to go about things, but it was still great. We took all the drums over there and recorded those live, which was great. And like Tristan said, Ryan, he really had an ear for our sound production-wise, kind of captured what we wanted.
Well, definitely sounds like a fun time. If you guys want to stick around, play some of those after we take a quick break. Does that sound cool?
Yeah, that sounds great.
You're listening to Live and Local, supported by Crutchfield Electronics, 29 North at Gardens Boulevard in Charlottesville, and at crutchfield.com. Back with more after these on Rock Hits 92.3.
Plan 9 Music supports this station and asks, what's your musical theme? Is it Count Basie? Count 5? Or Body Count? Whatever it is, if you like to hold music in your hand, read album covers, or just enjoy the authentic sounds of vinyl and CDs, then Plan 9 Music is the place to go. Old, new, rare, or classic, Plan 9 can order anything. And Plan 9 pays cash for used vinyl and CDs and has new and vintage audio gear. Plan 9 is in the Seminole Square Shopping Center near the Old Giant Foods and at plan9music.com.
Been Around Tattoo supports this locally owned station. Been Around has been adorning Charlottesville residents with innovative and creative body art for over 15 years and has male and female artists dedicated to maintaining the standards of the industry in an environment that balances classic aestheticism and popular culture. You can check out the work on their Facebook page. Been Around Tattoos can be found at 703 West Main Street in Charlottesville. To check availability or to make an appointment, it's 434-923-8282 or beenaroundtattoos.com.
Welcome back to Live and Local. I'm your host, Eric Law, joined in the studio by Tristan and Mathes of Tarrare. And before the break, we were talking about doing some recording. You guys are working on an album up in Richmond. Anything you want to maybe break out for us? Give us a little taste?
Fog. Definitely Fog. That's the one that I think I really want to show right now.
All right. I'm stoked for it.
Yep.
It's a little different.
Let's give it a listen. It's Tarrare with Fog on Rock Hits 92.3 Live and Local.
All right.
Putrid eyes cannot see past my side, living in a fishbowl. Recollection is unknown. I can't rely can't find in my mind semblance of any kind, sticking all of my thoughts rotten through. I forgot, Lord, I can't comply. Stupid mind, I don't even follow. I lose myself in memories. I dwindle in the fog. Am I in this world? Forget all what I've heard, forgotten names, secret things, elusive ends, sight that sings. I can't confess a feeling best. I can't forgotten it all. I dream of some clarity. When will this fall from me? Can't comply with stupid mind. Don't even follow. I lose myself in memories. I dwindle in the fog. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that sounded so good, bro. Hey, vocals are awesome on that.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's Tarrare live in the studio with Fog here on Rock Hits 92.3 live and local. And Tristan, you want to talk about that one just a little bit? Maybe break it down a little, or
That one is about being really, really high and being really, really stupid. So when I was still doing drugs regularly, I
allegedly.
Allegedly. I had horrible memory loss. I mean, I still have terrible memory loss, and anybody that knows me can attest that I can't remember anything in the short term. Recently, since like a year, I guess, I've really gotten my memory back, but previously it's just like seconds, minutes, hours would go by, and I just didn't know what was happening at all. So it's about that.
Well, as long as it doesn't happen when you're driving too much.
Yeah, right.
I think you'll make it through. But yeah, working on that new album. You guys have another song, Dive. You want to dive into that one a little bit?
Yeah, we would love to.
You can talk about it, or you can play it. You're the band. It's up to you.
We'll play it and then we'll talk about it.
All right. Well, let's give it a listen.
All right.
It's Tarrare with Dive on Rock Hits 92.3 live and local.
Okay. Well,
I feel alone, lock me at home. Dig in the sides and the pain like never loved melts away. Lightning strikes twice. Die another day. You cast the dice. Do you really love me? Oh, do you treat me like your whore? Do you carry lies in your smile? Or do you really want to dive? Here you come again, my only friend. Bake oven bread and leave me dead. Tender hearts, it's where it starts. Cut it all away, it's cold and dark. Do you really love me? Oh, do you treat me like your whore? Do you carry lies in your smile? Or do you really want to die? Or do you really love me? Or do you treat me like your whore? Do you carry lies in your smile? Or do you really want to die? 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 Do you really want to die?
That's Tarrare live in the studio with Dive on Rock Hits 92.3 live and local. I'm your host, Eric Law, joined by Tristan and Mathes. And you guys want to give us a little taste as to what that one's all about?
that one is about Tinder, actually. And it's about going, dating through Tinder. And then eventually you do find someone, but they're not as into you as you are, or vice versa. And one of them think that they're getting taken advantage of, and another one just doesn't care.
Nice little modern themology there.
Yeah, a little modern
It's
without dating it in the song.
Well, I know we all have different tastes when it comes to dating, and music's no different. So, I mean, what are some of your influences for the band?
You want to take this one, Mathes?
Well, between the three of us, between Tristan, myself, and Lucian, I would say that we have a pretty broad spectrum of music, but the common overlap is definitely in 90s music for Tristan and myself especially. All the grunge bands, some metal bands from the 90s, we just think it's really great, especially coming out of the 80s with some of the rock music that was coming out then. Lucian really, really enjoys a lot of the 80s shredder bands. That's definitely a huge influence for him, a lot of the virtuoso guys. So we do enjoy a lot of metal and stuff as well, but we're pretty picky about metal these days.
So is there a song that you'd want to play that kind of encapsulates some of those influences?
I think the song Listerine really kind of shines all of that for us.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, it's Listerine live in the studio with Tarrare on Rock Hits 92.3 live and local.
Yeah.
Listerine cleans her teeth when she lies. Better yet, after it she's sublime. Goes to church to burn hell out her mind. And after that, she can't tell her own kind. But what of me? A heart that she can't hear and see, black in tears, falls down like wax, burn the man. She looks aside, it's so nice, a pleasure she finds. Company in the sea and the flies. Better yet, she stretched her head, found the juggler of knives. History then repeats and she finds a broken boy, lost in his own dysfunction. Yeah, a smiling man, lost in God's corruption, smelting in a burning earth. They smiled once a while, then waved goodbye. Dearest girl does twirl and replies. Looked in there and beware, that's where darkness resides. Please kneel and heal while I save mine. What of me? What of me? A heart that sure can't even say, black eyed tears, yeah, down like wax, burn the man, yeah.
That's Tarrare live in the studio with Listerine here on Rock Hits 92.3 live and local. I'm your host, Eric Law, joined by Tristan and Mathes of Tarrare. And you guys want to talk about that one just a bit?
Sure. Listerine's a song about a person who thinks that they're higher and mightier than the other person in their conversation. And it's a conversation between two people. One of them is reflecting on the other person, and the other person is reflecting on themselves, and kind of that clash of ideology. It's about hypocrisy, but it's also about the journey of a girl and her kind of like finding herself. And it's also about the people that she's kind of interacted with and how they've affected her.
And that one's going to be part of the new album that you guys are working on?
No, that one's off of the Wholesome EP.
Oh, nice.
No, the next one we're going to play is going to be on the album, as well as Dive and Fog, which we've already gone through.
Well, what's the next one going to be? What do you guys got lined up for us?
Walk.
Walk?
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's give that a listen. It's Walk live here in the studio on Rock Hits 92.3 live and local with Tarrare.
One, two, three. Oh, yeah.
Welcome back, looking at the sky, head entrance, doused by alcohol. I don't mind walking half the time, but I'm stuck in a drift as bricks pass my eyes. Empty faces walk on past me by. I don't mind walking half the time as my feet grow tired. Step into my mind, I walk it all the time. I can see the signs. Can't you see I walk it here? Walk on by, emptiness mine, brick by brick, line by line. You can pass me by, I don't need you in your life. I'll walk till I die, die, die.
Gonna mess it up, but whatever.
That's Tarrare live in the studio here on Rock Hits 92.3 live and local. That's their track Walk, joined in the studio by Tristan and Mathes. And we're going to take a short break, but on the other side, got some catalog tracks coming up.
You're listening to Live and Local, supported by Crutchfield Electronics, 29 North at Gardens Boulevard in Charlottesville, and at crutchfield.com. Back with more after these on Rock Hits 92.3.
From the far reaches of the universe to downtown Gotham, from Ant-Man to the X-Men, your portal to the world of comics and graphic novels is Telegraph Art and Comics. The staff at Telegraph can guide you through their inventory, which also includes posters, action figures, and toys. Telegraph Art and Comics is in the Seminole Square Shopping Center and at 211 West Main Street on the downtown mall. TelegraphArtandComics.com is where to connect to their universe, manage subscriptions and pre-orders, or interface with the Comic Hub Network. Telegraph Art and Comics supports this station.
Support today is coming from Lucky Blues on the Downtown Mall, an old-school neighborhood bar famous for drinks, music, and their signature cheesesteaks. Lucky Blues serves dinner Monday through Saturday, 5 until 10, with late-night burritos available, as well as quick casual lunch fare weekdays 11 till 3. Online ordering is available at luckybluesbar.com with delivery through Grubhub. The place to hang out on the west end of the Downtown Mall, it's Lucky Blues Bar.
Welcome back. I'm your host, Eric Law. This is Live and Local on Rock Hits 92.3, joined in the studio by Tristan and Mathes of Tarrare. And getting into the part of the show where we're going to showcase some catalog tracks. Anything you guys want to break out for us?
Yeah, we're happy to break out a little tune called Kowtow.
Kowtow?
Yeah, that's what's up. Yep. I wrote it when actually working at Ray's Ford in Crutchfield, and it was in the midst of the Hong Kong kerfuffle, and I took a lot of inspiration just how brutally the Chinese government were suppressing them. And kowtowing is the act of bowing to your emperor in China, or bowing to your superior, and I will not kowtow. It's what it's about. It's about the plight of the Hong Kong people, but it's also about any act of rebellion or anything like that.
Punk rock.
Yeah, punk rock. If mom cooks the spaghetti wrong, this is the song you play.
Well, nice. Let's break it out and open that pit up. It's Tarrare with Kowtow here on Rock Hits 92.3, Live and Local. That's Tarrare with Kowtow here on Rock Hits 92.3 Live and Local. And you guys want to break out another catalog track for us?
Yeah, I think we're going to go with Raw. That's one of our favorites. It's a pretty heavy hitter.
It was pretty tough to record. Gonna be honest here.
Yeah. We took a lot of takes doing that stuff for both the screaming and the drumming and the guitar, because it is a very demanding song. But it's a song about unbridled rage. It's a song about loneliness. It's a song about bullying and feeling like there's nothing and no one. And it's just unbridled rage, I would say.
Something you can feel when the track is playing.
Yeah.
All right, well, adjust your volume accordingly. It's Tarrare with Raw on Rock Hits 92.3, live and local. That's Tarrare with Raw on Rock Hits 92.3 live and local. I'm your host, Eric Law, joined by Tristan and Mathes of Tarrare. Shout out once more to Lucian for not being in the studio. Hopefully he's feeling better.
The boss.
But yeah, getting to part of the show where want to shine the spotlight on some local artists. Anybody you want to give some airtime to?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so there's this great band from Richmond called Followship. They're kind of like everything you'd ever want in a rock band. They're metal, they're alternative, they're melodic. They have some mathy kind of complex stuff. I just think that their songwriting's great, and we really enjoy them. They're great people, great guys, and they're great performers, and we just love them.
Let's show a little love for Followship. You want to get a word in about them? I see how pumped you are over there, Tristan. You want to mention anything about them?
Oh, yeah. I would say just describing their sound, the way that it makes me feel is elegant, melodic, yet brutally abrasive when they want to be. And their live show is to die for. You have to go see them live. It is the best thing ever. They are so energetic, and you wouldn't think that they would stay as complex as they are, but they are amazing to watch. Awesome. Followship.
Let's give them some love. It's Followship with New Gods here on Rock Hits 92.3 live and local.
Face to the floor, from the body protrudes wires, a bastard connection to the core. Right to the north, as the stoic in you swore. The text of no answers, and the holy man are wearing red. I don't know what's worth fighting for. Maybe in me, make me a whore. If we think we are, but that don't make me a god. Gaze up to skies, take a claim to advertise. The sun and its master collective eyes. Place more and more faith in our cardboard wings. Fly, 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 great. Yes. I don't know what's worth fighting for. Maybe if we make me a whore. If we think we are, that don't make me a god. I don't know what's worth fighting for. Maybe if me, make me a whore. If we think we are, but that don't make me a god. I don't know what's worth fighting for.
That's Followship with New Gods here on Rock Hits 92.3 live and local. And any other local artists you want to shine the spotlight on, give them a little airtime?
Yeah. Wine Teeth is a great band from Harrisonburg. Partition is another really great punk band that does kind of monotone, really good punk. And then, of course, the master himself, diqbeats, DICQ Beats. He is a great showman, and he's also a great DJ, and he also loves hardcore. So he combines all those aspects into a fantastic, unforgettable show. This is his song, Birds Aren't Real.
All right, well, listen up. It's diqbeats with Birds Aren't Real here on Rock Hits 92.3 live and local.
Says insane, can't get a mark, make a bark, get hard on my brain, get clear, let violence reign. Got a target, off to the markets, let loose an acid gift. Full of hot blood, full of thoughts, full of heart, full of soul. But I got root, not fly, after the one, then move to the next guy. Did it, I'm wildly and fly to the fly. Gotta make a move, gotta make a scene, gotta trick around for the sight, can't fight this all because I'm a sergeant, like this, don't expect. I sold the key, just spark my fury, now you need just notice me, you know I run some things, rubbing in that diamond rings. See the start, a broken home and a broken bone and a idle tone. Rocky pockets for the sea. Shake that feeling, got me stunned. Break the fast, get off, enough. Keep your arms, your eyes, the sun, know that over, sort of never done. Can't make friends with a dead immense, cause that terror never ends. Shell shock beating, trapped in sin to the morning light in the midst of print. That thought's rising, got me trained. Another day and I'm insane. Little bit of pain, never many day. That's at me, get away. All for the sight, you can't fight this. All because I'm a sergeant, the light is news for the brain. You're all insane.
That was diqbeats with Birds Aren't Real here on Rock Hits 92.3 live and local. I'm your host, Eric Law, getting ready to head out of here. Want to give special thanks to Tristan and Mathes of Tarrare for joining us. Thank you guys for coming on out.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah.
It's been an honor.
It's been a pleasure.
It's been a great time.
Yeah. Thank you, Eric. You're a great host.
Well, thanks.
We love the station.
Yeah, we do love the station. Back. Listen to it all the time.
Speaking of listening to it, I want to give special thanks to Quinn Voss for giving us his slot for No Room for Rock Stars. He will be back next week. We will be back next month with another episode of Live and Local, but stick around for Search and Destroy with Mark the Shark.
You've been listening to Live and Local with Eric Law, brought to you by Crutchfield, 29 North at Gardens Boulevard in Charlottesville, and at crutchfield.com. If your band would like to appear on the show, contact us through the link at 923xrk.org or on our Facebook page.